Now, it is a mindset. It is not right. It is neither, it is not wrong. It is a mindset. So the limiting mindset will not like you to take any risks, right? So by the end of this workshop, I'm going to give you three powerful secrets by following which you should be able to transfer from a limiting mindset to a growth mindset. Now, please make this kind of template and put it to me. Okay, so here on the top you have growth mindset, 7-day challenge, finale workshop, and on the left side you have limit mindset, and on the right side you have a growth mindset. Right? Correct? Please show me the template if you have made it. Anilji, please show me the template. And Harun, if you have made the template, show it to me. Okay, right. So now before going anywhere else, just remember the 7 challenges that we had for past 7 days. And for those who have attempted all the 7 challenges. Now, each of the challenge was a window of opportunity to have a different perspective of your mind, of your life. Okay. Most of the time, we know the problems, but we don't want to acknowledge it. So these 7 challenges and one today, 8th challenge, they are showing a different perspective of your life to yourself so that you can take corrective actions. Right? Now, let us start with the goals. In the initial, we had said induction session as well as the bonus challenge, bonus session, we had said that we have to have certain goals in mind, right? So, Prantik, where do you, so today is, I'll say 16th, 17th of August, 2025. Where do you see yourself after 2 years? That is 17th August, 2027. Tell me 2 goals, one personal goal and one professional goal.
Okay. Um, in the personal goal, I want to spend at least one international tour with my family. And
Yeah.
specifically, if I mention, I would like to go to Europe.
Okay.
And one professional goal, I would like to earn 5 lakhs per month.
5 lakhs.
Yep.
Okay. Now, give me a very, very frank answer to this. Why do you want to earn 5 lakhs?
This will give me satisfaction in terms of the capability I'm having. It will give me an opportunity to spend money where I would like to spend without thinking anything.
Okay.
And also, I think it will give me a freedom to go anywhere in this world with my family without thinking much about the the spending.
Okay. So, if by chance, if you are not able to earn that 5 lakhs rupees per month, what happens? You are not satisfied or you are less satisfied. Then what happens?
Yes,
Then
yes.
what happens?
Then I'll be demotivated at times, but I'll definitely try my best to get that goal done.
That is okay. That is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But,
But if I don't, get it, then definitely I'll feel myself that, I'm not able to do because of maybe I could not do because of my failure. It is my failure kind of a thing.
now, okay. So, going deep into the case that you want to earn 5 lakhs rupees a month, okay. The reasons that you have given to me that you want to go to a foreign country, international trip, and you will feel demotivated, are these reason enough to give you the power to earn 5 lakh rupees per month. Is that power enough?
Mm, maybe not. Maybe
Okay.
not.
So thank you, Prantik, for being very, very honest. Now,
Thank
gentlemen, listen to this very, very carefully. If your reason to earn 5 lakh rupees or whatever sum that you have, whatever amount you have decided per month, if the reason behind it is not powerful enough, it will, you will never be able to earn 5 lakh rupees a month. So, what is the thing that is given power to your reasoning? It is the power of why. For example, Prantik, you've got kids.
Yes.
Okay, where are they studying?
They're studying. One is, and doing his graduation, and another is
Okay,
doing his PhD.
absolutely. So I'm very, very sure that you must have put them in the best of the college within your capacity.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Why you have to put them in the best of the schools and facilities? Why?
Because they will get the best exposure. They will be surrounded by the best minds of the society, because and that will give them a push within, that okay, अगर मेरा friend ऐसे कर रहा है तो मैं भी ऐसे कर सकता हूँ, kind of a thing, which will give a positive framework. So that's the basic reason that I tried to put them on the best colleges or the schools.
Okay. So suppose to give the best of the education to your children, and suppose you are working for a company, IT company. Okay. Now, just to fund the fees of your sons, even if your boss tells you to stay 2 hours extra, you will be able to stay.
Yes, true.
And because by overstaying that 8 hours to around 12 hours, you will be able to earn more money, and you will
Uh,
be able to fund the fees of the good colleges in which you have sent your people, sent
yeah,
your son.
yeah,
Am I right?
true,
Now
100%.
look at the power of why of your reason. The why. Because you want your children to be the best citizens of the world. And the best citizen of the world, to become best citizens of the world, they have to be put to the best of the education institutions so that they are surrounded by the best of the people in the world, best of the teachers, best of the facilities. And to provide those facilities, you are ready to go to any extent.
True.
Look at the power of why. Look at the power of why. So whenever you are setting a goal for yourself, whether it is a personal goal or a professional goal, look at the why. Why you want to do it? Because that why, the power of that why, is going to drive you towards your goal. So that is the secret number one. Please write down. Secret number one, why of your goal. Very, very important, because this is the why which is going to fuel your drive towards your goal. So write down here in this sheet, write down. Okay. Secret number one, why of your goal on the top of it. Correct? That is secret number one. Okay. Thank you, Prantik, for being very clear and honest. Okay. Now, let me ask you a few more questions. Prantik, if you are working in a company, what is the time when you feel the happiest in the month?
When salary credit and I get SMS, this
Salary is
amount has
credited,
been
correct?
credited.
Rashid Saab, do you agree? Yeah. So on first of every month, the salary is credited, and you feel happy for how many days?
Another 7 days or so.
That is correct. 5 days, 6 days, and after that.
After that, once again, क्या हो रहा है,
So
कैसे
don't
होगा?
you think that this kind of small little happiness for a smaller duration is good enough for the survival of me and our family, correct?
Yes.
Right. So what we'll do here, take a sheet and draw these two lines, one horizontal, one vertical. Horizontal line, you will have duration of the happiness. What are you working? Happiness and success. Draw here. Horizontal line, duration of happiness, vertical line, intensity of happiness. Correct? Just now, what Mr. Prantik has been able to describe is an example of the basic survival. So, mark out a point here. Survival. Right? Mark out a point here. Survival. The survival, when you say the amount of happiness that you get is very, very limited and it is for a very, very short duration. Most of the time, when we are living in our lives, it is here in this area. Right? Okay. Prantik, when was the last time you purchased some new clothes?
Just day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday. How did you feel?
Fantastic.
For how many days?
Um, till the time I wear that clothes, and maybe other 2 times or 3 times max.
Okay. So I'll tell you a story. That initially, when I joined Jet Airways, that was in 2008, January, I joined Jet Airways. And before that, I had never traveled an international station. And it was the first time in Jet Airways that they sent me to Singapore. My God, that was the first time I applied for a passport. I went to Singapore, and though company sent me there for 4 days, I stayed there for 8 days. And my digital camera was full of photographs, full of photographs. And I roamed around Singapore, almost every place, spending my own currency, Singapore dollars, which I had taken, okay, at my own expense. Today, I'm not even looking at these photographs. So the second time after 1 year when I was sent to Singapore, it was a routine trip for me, right? So though it generated a slightly higher happiness than survival, the duration was also slightly higher, but that's it. It died down. So let us mark another point there. Okay. And this is called pleasure. Make out a second point here. Okay. Here. Where the intensity is slightly higher than the survival. The duration is also slightly higher. Okay. But it is that. And 95% of the time, we keep shifting between pleasure and survival. Pleasure and survival. Pleasure and survival. Correct? Now, then comes another level which is much higher than the survival and pleasure. I'll give you my story. So, towards the end of my service career in Indian Air Force, I was posted to Defense Institute of Advanced Technology. It is a university, deemed to be university under Ministry of Defense. Right? And I was working there as senior professor, where the officers of the three defense services, Army, Navy, and Air Force used to come, and DRDO scientists also used to come for postgraduate courses and PhDs. And I used to teach those people. Now, slowly I started getting feedback that I am able to connect with the participants very, very easily. My communication skills are good. That means whatever I want to tell them, they are able to understand, and they are able to understand in a very, very positive way. And these kind of feedback started coming to me time and again, time and again, time and again. And I was also enjoying it. Correct? Now, this level is called a level of passion. Passion. So you create another dot here. create another dot here, which is way above these 2 points, pleasure and survival. It is way too ahead here, passion, where the intensity of the happiness is higher and also the duration of the happiness is higher. Can you see? Right? Now, what is the difference between the pleasure and passion? Passion is one thing which is aligned to my core values. I'm still working for me and my family, right? But this is an area, teaching, mentoring, coaching. This is the area of my functioning even today. And that is why I'm sitting here as a coach, because this I have taken as a passion. And passion is something, I'll take an example. Uh, Anything which you are ready to do, even if you get less money for that, is aligned to your passion. Today, even if somebody gives me less money and wants to take a coaching from me or training on aviation and aerospace, that is my profession and it aligns to my passion, I'm ready to do it. I'm not after money. That is my passion. And that is here. Can you see? It is much higher and above the pleasure and survival. Now, beyond that, there is one more level. So, what has happened? Okay, I'm at a stage, say about 65 years of this thing, and knowledge wise, I have achieved quite a bit of thing. So, now what I have started doing is I have started connecting with the children of remote villages online. There is an NGO with which I have a contact. I'm in contact with them regularly. And for 2 months, I hold the hands of these girls and young girls and boys of a remote village. And I do small little coaching and hand holding for them. Correct? So that tomorrow they are able to fend for themselves, their families, as well as for their villages, for the towns, for the districts, and ultimately for the country. Right? Now, this is the point which I'm not doing anything. I'm doing something for me just to keep myself busy and satisfied for my family. I'm also extending a helping hand to others. This is called a point of purpose. So I'll make another point here. That is the highest point in the graph. And this is called purpose here. Can you see? And look at this position here. Look at the amplitude of happiness, amount of happiness that you get, and the duration of happiness that it stays, right? So when I see myself holding the hands of these 10 kids, I've already impacted around 40, 50 kids in that session for last 4, 5 months. It is a different kind of satisfaction and happiness that it gives to me, and which is highest kind of happiness. Correct? And you can see a void here. You can see the void here, the gap. Mark this gap. Mark this gap. This is called void. Okay. Now, take a few seconds, do an internal exercise. For last 7 days, whatever goals you have been setting for yourself, which area they fall into. Whether you are setting your goals from these areas of survival and pleasure, or you are setting your goals in these areas of passion and purpose, right? You should be able to take a call now that whatever goals you had set for yourself in last 1 week, whether you have taken the decision from the areas of survival or pleasure, or from the platform of passion and purpose. If it is from passion and purpose, it is going to give you longer happiness and higher happiness. If it is only for pleasure and survival, your happiness is going to be very, very shaky. Understood? Now, when let us try to relate it to the mindsets. Whatever decisions you take to remain in pleasure and survival, they are all taken out of fear. Right down here. All the decisions that you are taking in this area of survival and pleasure are taken out of fear. Any decisions that you are taking, keeping the survival, keeping the purpose and passion into your mind, they're all driven by growth. Here, right? The areas around the survival and pleasure is driven by fear. The areas above towards passion and purpose is always driven by growth. Okay, let me ask you a very, very interesting question. Prantik, जब आप छोटे थे तो आपके माँ बाप ने आपको क्या बोला था? क्या करना है?
अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो, गुड मार्क्स लाओ,
Yes.
अच्छा कॉलेज में जा सकते हो, देन अच्छा
Okay.
कॉलेज में पास आउट करोगे तो देन यू विल गेट अ गुड जॉब,
Okay.
गुड जॉब अगर मिलेगा तो सैलरी अच्छा मिलेगा, देन यू कैन हैव अ गुड
Okay.
गर्ल, सेट अ फैमिली,
Okay.
एंड आपका जिंदगी अच्छा रहेगा, समथिंग लाइक दैट
करेक्ट।
सर। यप।
पराशर साहब, आपको भी पेरेंट्स ने ही बताया था? मुझे भी ये बताया था कि आप अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो, टॉप आना है, उसके बाद में अच्छी नौकरी मिलेगी, एंड अच्छी नौकरी के मिलने के बाद में वो, अगर अच्छी नौकरी है तो अच्छी लड़की भी मिलेगी, एंड उसके बाद में अच्छे बच्चे भी होंगे, एंड यू आर सेटल्ड फॉर योर लाइफ। करेक्ट? नाउ you will be surprised. All these decisions and advices which are coming from our parents were all driven by fear of survival and pleasure. Just have a look at this chart. Look at this chart. Whatever our parents had told us is somewhere here. Okay? Because remember one thing. The decisions of growth, passion, and purpose cannot be forced upon anybody. These decisions cannot be forced upon anybody, not on me, not anybody. They have to come from within ourselves when we are alive, when we align our purpose with the growth. That is why most of the time, 98% of the people are taking decision from the level of passion, from the level of survival and pleasure. We cannot blame our parents, right? Because they wanted us to see us settled at a certain platform so that from there we can take a leap towards a growth mindset, right? Okay. So so we now we understand why our parents gave us these kind of advices. Now I'll take another example. Prantik, how many family members are there in your house?
Right now we have four.
Four.
Yep.
So and what is the best dish that you can make, in case you can make?
I can make mutton
Mutton.
and
Oh wow.
rice.
Okay. So for making mutton for four people, how much time and how much paraphernalia do you require? How much time?
With the preparation of everything, max to max 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay. And what is any much experience required in this? Or is it normal thing for
It's a normal time, yeah. Because no, you need to do marination and all this stuff, so it'll take
yeah.
ठीक है 2 hours में हो जाएगा.
Okay. Now, uh, so suppose you got around 20 relatives in living inside Indore and nearby places, and you want to have a family get together. So how many people do you intend calling in your family get together? How many heads will be there?
Yeah, around 20-25.
25 heads. Okay. So now you got to prepare your khana, same khana for around 25 to 30 people. Let's take 50 people. What is the time and expertise do you require?
In that case, I need more time. I believe that around 5 hours of time is required, and
Okay.
I need at least two helping hand.
Two helping hands, and how much time do you require?
5 hours.
5 hours. Very nice. Are you staying in a society?
Yes.
How many blocks are there?
In this society, we have around 160, 120 bungalows.
120 bungalows.
Yeah,
Okay. And each bungalow will be having, say, about five to six people on an average?
around five average.
Five.
Uh,
So now imagine you are going to host a meal for all 125 bungalows of your society.
Around 600 people.
Around 600 people. What do you require?
Ah, in this case, I think I need to plan 1 week prior.
Okay.
I need to have more helping hands because
Yeah.
ingredients भी ज़्यादा चाहिए होगा. Planning करना पड़ेगा. I need to find a place जहाँ पे 600 लोग आके खाना खा सकते हैं, ना. So I might need a caterer also who can help me out on this thing.
Okay. Now, coming to the next level. Suppose you have a orphanage in your area, in your city, and there are about 2,000, 3,000 kids who are residing there, and you want to feed them. What is the effort required?
Then, uh, it will almost, maybe I believe that it will be more than 2 weeks of time preparation.
Few weeks.
4-5 caterer को भी चाहिए होगा, and more helping hands required. um, ingredients भी बहुत सारे चाहिए होगा. I believe that cloud kitchen भी हो सकता है कि I might need, because 3,000
Absolutely.
4,000 kids are
Absolutely.
there, so it will be a very big kind of a setup is required.
Okay. So now, in this example, you can see very well. In the first instance, your focus was narrowed down only to the 4 or 5 people.
Yep.
Next, in next level of stage, your focus only 20, 25, 30 people. In the third level of stage, you had catered for about 500 to 600 odd people, right? Now, look at the paraphernalia and the efforts taken by you if you have to prepare same meals for 3,000 kids of orphanage, right? Whereas in first two levels, you will say it is survival and pleasure that you are doing. The moment you go upgrade your stage to an orphanage where you are feeding 3,000 people, you are talking of passion and purpose. And you are actually upgrading your level from me to we. Understood? So take out this sheet here. Okay. On first point, which we have already written, right? That first point was that we had written that pleasure and survival. A limit mindset will continue to pleasure and survival, whereas a growth mindset is going to catapult you to passion and purpose. Right? In
Yeah.
this case, when you talk of the meals, I'm catering for me and my family in a limiting mindset. Catering to me and family. Yes. Right? Look at this. The moment you shift your focus from me and my family to the orphanage and 3,000, 4,000 kids, you are changing your focus from me to we. So on the right side, you will say focus on we. That will include me, family, plus society. Yeah. Can you see here? Correct? And that is the second secret. Write down. The second secret is where is your focus? Correct? Where is your focus? And accordingly, you will take your decision whether you want to remain in survival and pleasure, or you are going to shift your focus from passion, from survival and uh, pleasure to passion and purpose. So, the secret number two is where is your focus? Okay, that is a very, very important criteria for a mindset, whether you want to remain in limiting mindset or a growth mindset. And remember, your results are function of actions, actions are function of decisions, decisions are function of mindsets, right? Okay, now, so towards this, I've got a special program for the people, for the participants here. I'll just go through what all I have to offer here, right? Okay, one second. Are you able to see? Right. So I got this program which we call as the growth mindset program. Okay, let's see what all I have to offer to our participants here. Now, structure is this is a personal coaching structure, right? Where I'll be taking weekly sessions, that is one session per week. We'll be doing weekly mentor call at least once, and we'll have weekly assignments. That is the basic structure of the program. Okay? Your commitment is going to be you should be ready to work for 3 hours a week. That will include the session, that will include the mentor's personal mentor call that I'll be giving to the mentee, and 1 to 2 hours of actionable assignments. Right? And what are your takeaways? Remember, we had seen even in circle of growth, we are driven by 4 important facets of our life, right? That is health, wealth, career, and relationship. Right? So, your takeaways are going to be, listen carefully, personal and professional goal setting. Now, most of the time we set the goals, but we don't know how to set them. And since we don't know how to set them, what are the important ingredients that have to go into the goal setting? We are not able to achieve them in any of these. That is why we remain frustrated, right? So we'll be taking action towards achieving these goals. And what we promise, twice the growth in next 2 years in professional life and personal life, and 2 times the recognition in next 2 years. That is my Vaida with you. Okay, next. Now, what are your personal takeaways in personal areas? Personal areas, as I said, are defined by two things: health and relationships. Right? Health, action towards having better health, mental, physical, and spiritual. I'll give you my example. Around 8 months back, I was weighing 79 kgs. By following this program of myself, 3 months back, I have reduced my weight to 69 kgs, which is my ideal weight, and I'm maintaining it for last 3 months. Second, I didn't know how to run. Next Sunday, 24th of August, I'll be running my first half marathon, 22 kilometers. Right? So that kind of energies can be built up through these programs. I have a client who has been able to reduce his weight from 80 kgs to 75 kgs in 2 months. Friends, health is a gem that we have to keep very, very carefully. If you don't have health, you can't do anything. You remember Junjunwala? He was a big bear of the market, big bull of the market, share market, but he couldn't walk because he was down with a severe diabetes and he died of that. तो इतने करोड़ों रुपए होने का क्या फायदा है? Health and following this structure, which is a proven structure, you will be able to maintain a sound health, mental, physical, and spiritual. Two, relationships. Friends, you know it in your heart of heart. You don't have to comment openly. The relationship in today's world is on the weakest point. It may be a relationship with your family, with your wife, with your kids, with your colleagues, with your neighbors. We have become so self-centered. With this proven methodologies and proven structure, you'll be able to maintain a very, very healthy relationship within your family, within your friends, within your colleagues. Right? You'll be able to devote more time to kids and family. That's what we want in personal areas. जो मैंने अपनी जिंदगी में कराया, मैंने बाकी क्लाइंट्स के उस एरियाज में कराया, आपके साथ भी वही कराऊंगा मैं. Right? Okay. Next, your takeaways in professional areas. Wealth. This is, whether you agree or not, it may not give you the comfort, but wealth is a desirable ingredient in your life. Correct? So that tomorrow, if you want to do anything, tomorrow, if you want to feed 5,000 children in an orphanage, you shouldn't be looking here and there to, find out. Suppose you want to buy a bigger car for your family, you shouldn't be wanting in your wealth. We'll have actionable programs for that. Actions, of course, need to be taken by you. Next, career. Most of the time, 95% of the people feel frustrated in the career, in the office chair. Why? They can see their peers going forward, whereas you yourself find to be unfit, though you are more qualified. I have seen this frustration because in Jet Airways, in our quality assurance department, I was the most qualified person. So for quite some time, I still remained at the post of manager. I have seen this frustration, right? And this frustration is there. So in the career, when we say actions to enhance the career as compared to the peers, accept challenges and alignment of the career with your inner core values. These are your tangible takeaways, which you will be able to feel that you are going a step forward in all those 4 areas. That is what is required. This is life. This is life. I'm not using any hanky-panky or bombastic words. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to do this. But whatever changes I have been able to bring in my life and my other clients' life, I'll be able to make the same changes, positive changes in your life also. Right? Okay. Overall, achieving a more happy and satisfying life. So let me tell you, and this is my experience, that if you are able to do good equally well in your health, in your wealth, in your relationship, and in your career, you can have a happy and satisfying life. Right? That is the aim of this whole program. Okay? Okay. And along with that, discovering and alignment of your core values, enhance self-value, accountability partners, community support system, and we'll have a winning framework. Okay? Okay. Your commitment is going to be 3 hours session per week and 2 hour, around 2 hours of actionables. Okay? The batch is starting on 24th of August 2025. Next week. Okay. And whenever we have a visiting coaches, then we'll able to have the special sessions also from the visiting coaches. And each of our coach is specializing in different areas of life. Like I specialize in leadership and growth mindset. Okay. Okay. And the financial for this are going to be 30,000 rupees per month. Right. So if we are going to work together on 4 areas, important areas of your life, you got 30,000 for that. If you want to make good with a happy life, if you want to have a happy life with all those four important ingredients and areas of your life, I think 30,000 is a very, very nominal amount of commitment that I'll ask for it. Okay? Right. So my motto is this: work for your passion and live for a purpose. So you can see me, these photographs is with the ladies of Indian Air Force officers' wives. Very recently, I gave sessions here for 2 hours for all these ladies. Okay? And let's have a small testimonial. Uh, Just wait. Just wait. Give me a second. Yes. Or one of the videos, just check. Okay.
It has been a very, very interactive session, and the learning environment has been very, very calm, composed, and I have had a very, very lovely, amazing experience. When you have that certain fear or thought before joining any new session, something that you've not just heard about, never attended one. But overall, I would say that that fear has completely gone, and I have had one of the best teaching experiences. I would say thank you so much for this wonderful experience, and I would love that in the future also I have more interactive sessions with you like that, and looking forward to perform the best and as much as I have learned from your side. And that's it. Thank you so, so much for this wonderful session.
So that was it. Okay. And let us come back to our original this thing. You're able to see? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a number on which I am available, right? And right. Now, coming to the third secret. Now I'll tell you a story of my life. I'm talking of year 1985. And I was posted to Bagdogra. Bagdogra is entry point to the northeast states of India. And I was posted there when I was a squad leader there in Indian Air Force. And I was supposed to appear for a very, very important entrance exam for getting myself, into a MTech seat for IIT Madras, right? And there used to be an entrance exam in Indian Air Force. So just a month before the exams were there, I was supposed to go to Guwahati, that was the center. And what happened one of the weekends, me and 4, 5 other friends, we took out our motorcycles and went toward Darjeeling. Now, the Darjeeling is about 70 odd kilometers from Siliguri. Okay, Siliguri is about 10 odd kilometers from Bagdogra, right? And as we were coming down to save a child was just crossing in front of our motorcycles, and we had to brake. Very harsh braking on the downhill, and our motorcycle slipped. Okay. And in the bargain, what happened? Uh, Behind me was a pilot sitting. That pilot is, we are still on talking terms, and this senior pilot has just retired from SpiceJet. Okay. So he also got hit by that, got injured. And I got injured on my right elbow complete. So it was badly bruised. And it was bleeding, except for it didn't break. Okay, there was no breakage of the bones, but I got hurt very, very badly. But my friend who was sitting in the rear, Sanjay Dabral, he was able to ride the bike for 1.5 hours. And then we reached our medical room, and he referred us to the base hospital in Bagdogra. We went there, got it x-rayed, so there was no fracture. But definitely he said, now your right arm is going to be bandaged and you cannot move it, right? And obviously, when it is bandaged and confined to a bandage, there was no question of me writing the exams. I had two choices. Either I lose the exam and lose the seat, or appear for the exam 2 or 3 years later, whenever I am reslotted for the exam, or I may not be reslotted. What I did, I started practicing writing with my left hand because I was sure that in next 1 month this wound is not going to heal. The doctor will not allow me to write. What is the next way? You start writing with the left hand. And I started writing with the left hand. I cleared the exams. Writing with the left hand, of course, right now I have left the practice. So I will not be able to write. I cleared the exam and I got the seat in IIT Madras for aircraft controls. Suppose had I not acted on my choice of writing with the left hand, I would have regretted throughout my life because I didn't know When will the next chance will be there for me to go to IIT Madras, one of the premier institutes of of the world for technical education? So, what is the third secret? Cost of my leap and cost of my growth mindset. It was a decision which I took from my growth mindset. And write down here. Third, what is the cost of my growth mindset? What is the cost of my growth mindset? Remember, when I took the decision of writing with the left hand, this hand was already damaged. I had tremendous pain. Writing, if you ever try writing with the left hand, which you have not used for last 26 years, is a painful experience. I decided to go ahead with bearing the pain because I did not want to regret later on. Correct? Because I would have lost the seat for IIT Madras and I would have repented throughout my life. What is the cost of the growth mindset for which you want? That is important. Remember, if the cost of pain that you are going to bear in doing a thing is less than the cost of the pain that you are going to bear throughout your life, you will be able to do your job. It is always better to undertake the pain now rather than repenting throughout your life. That is the cost of growth mindset you have for, so on right side, you will say cost of not taking growth mindset. Yeah, correct. So I have given you the three topmost secrets of having a growth mindset from a limiting mindset. I'll take another 2 minutes and I'll close this session. So you have also seen what programs I'm giving you and what you have. I have also explained to you what are your physical takeaways in 4 sections of your life, right? Now, after that, I'll start contacting you on one-to-one basis for induction call. If you want to join my program and want to have a happy and successful life in these 4 areas, okay, then you can join me. We can discuss the options available, right? If you have any questions, please shoot. Anything?
Thank you,
Randik?
Coach Sushil. What I found it, the cost of not taking the growth mindset is very, very powerful because I never thought of that. And the cost of growth mindset is definitely is clear, but it's a new area of my understanding. Cost of not taking the growth mindset, and as well as the graph you showed, that passion and purpose where the growth lies, that is also another very important learning for me. So thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. It was wonderful.
So I'll be contacting each one of you tomorrow onwards. Thank you very much. Have a nice
Thank
day.